All right, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are here at the Silver Dollar Speedway in Chico, California for night number 1 of the Gold Cup Race of Champions 410 portion with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. Now, there is one thing I can say for certain to start today's show. This is absolutely the hottest weather I have ever raced in. I believe the high today is like 110 degrees in Chico. You're outside for like 3 minutes and you are just dead. So we are definitely gonna be consuming a ton of water. Staying hydrated is just a huge priority, and we're gonna be doing what we can to stay cool until a little bit later in the evening when the racing starts. Now, this place is definitely one of the more well-known quarter miles on the West Coast, and that is just because of the style of racing that this racetrack produces. I mean, it is tight, it's hammer down, it's cowboy up, a little bit down low, huge cushion up top, and you just gotta move around and make things happen as a driver. So we're gonna be getting all the action started in just a little bit. I believe hot laps is gonna be at 6:30, which will be followed by single car qualifying, and they're splitting the field. So this is the first preliminary night. Half the World of Outlaws and half the locals are gonna run today, and the rest of them are gonna run tomorrow. Wish us luck, and let's get the night started. Well, fast forward a couple hours and our night is finally underway here at the Silver Dollar Speedway. And we, once again with the Outlaws, did not pull a great pill, but luckily here at Chico, pill draw sometimes doesn't matter as much. Like, you can get screwed going out early, you can get screwed going out late, you can get screwed going right out in the middle. So I was the 28th out of 29 410s for the first preliminary to go, and we actually ripped off 5th quick, which is a great start to the night. We kind of just were like, you know, let's eye a top 10. There's a 6-car invert now in this upcoming heat race, so with where we qualified, we're gonna be starting 3rd row inside, and Larson was quick time, and with them doing 4 heats, he's actually gonna start right on my outside for these 8 upcoming laps. So kind of a quick turnaround since we were the last qualifier, and then now we're going out for the heat. It's also interesting, I talked about how it's like 110 today. It still hasn't even really cooled off now that it's the evening. It's still 100+ degrees, so that's wearing out the racetrack. We're hoping it slicks off and we're gonna be able to pass because they did a 6-car invert and they're taking the top 5 to the A, and if we can transfer through this, we will start in the first 4 rows of the preliminary show, which is a great starting position. So it's time to take advantage of this opportunity. Race car feels good. Make a couple of fine adjustments. We gotta be careful not to get too tight. We're like right on the edge, but keep making our race car a little bit better, and then we got to get in gear here and move forward in this heat.
No, they just gave him a warning.
Well, 10-lap heat race almost puts you out of breath here with how fast the racetrack is, and I feel like I'm a little bit too tense tonight because I'm working on trying to be so smooth and keep this car under me, so gonna work on that for the feature. But started 5th and ran 5th. Larson went 6th to 4th. Just sucked. It was really unfortunate us being on the inside. They tried to let us run the surface in, but the bottom's still way greasy. Like, you cannot fire off on there. 57 got such a good start. I pulled in behind him, and I just got caught screwing around with the 53 too long. I had him at one point, but I got a wheel stand and he got back by, and it took me half the race to get by him. And then at that point, you know, we were all spread out. To talk about the weather once again, I can't tell you how hot it feels in the cockpit tonight with all the engine heat, that combined with it still being over 100 degrees. I don't mean to sound like a baby, but man, dude, it's I think that also, you know, fatigues you a little bit more. But anyway, we gained one spot. Not a whole lot of movement in that heats for everyone. We'll watch the rest, and we should be in a great position for tonight's preliminary, you know, feature at the Gold Cup. So stoked about that, especially since Silver Dollar has been a little bit of a tough place for us, but we're figuring it out and we're getting our AT&T right for the surface we are seeing. So it may not be a full Outlaw field, but we got half of them in there today with a bunch of stout locals, and we are gonna be rolling off from the second row outside starting position. They basically took the 8 fastest qualifiers to make up the first 4 rows and then inverted them. So that's how we got our starting spot. Looking forward to it. Chico, you know, track position helps, but you can also move around through the field. All fast cars. Just basically we got to be on our A game and try to keep ourselves in position to pounce on any opportunity. So my goal, top 5 finish, be there, and just like I said, literally just being there. Slightly tweaked on the race car. They worked the racetrack a little bit. It's classic Chico, a little choppy, pretty fast. It's going to be cowboy up, and it's going to be whoever can hold on and put themselves in position to you know, lead the lap 30. So we'll see you guys out there.
Be patient. The car might be a little tight with the 2-inch wicker in the beginning, but hammer down. It probably goes dry slick. Love you, bud. If you need anything, we'll be in the hot pit waiting. Love you.
well, just sitting in the back of the trailer, kind of reflecting on our night. Just got everything all pushed in. Disappointed would be like an understatement on how I feel about how everything took place at the Silver Dollar Speedway. Don't get me wrong, there's things I'm stoked about. I'm over the moon. I'm pumped, and I can't believe you guys got to see. But started fourth, worked into third. Early on in the race, I felt so good. I knew right away that we had a great hot rod, and that if we could just run the perfect race and put ourselves in the right spot, we might have had a shot to really have a great finish or possibly win. And I felt like I showed that when on the restart I slid the 5 car. I slid Tim's into turn 1, slid him into 3 and 4, and I was like, all right, we're here to play. And then unfortunately I dropped back to third, and then that's when kind of everything went farther south for me as they were looking up, and then we had another restart. And I just got totally freight trained. I got stuck on the bottom. Things didn't really go my way into turn 1. A couple guys got together. The whole top 6 was like condensed. And I just got slid, and then all of a sudden you're like trying to battle, and as you keep battling the next car, more cars catch up, and you just get shuffled back. And during all that chaos, I hit the wall, I got my nose wing knocked down, I got over the curb a couple times, I gained a couple spots back, and then eventually all that, you know, while that was all happening, we got to lap traffic. I maintained a top 10 run the whole time. But then with probably 8 laps to go, we had a restart, and I put myself in a very poor position and got my front axle ran over, which was my fault. Even though someone else technically ran me over, I put myself in a bad spot. I totally played the restart wrong, and it led to the end of our race. So the good thing is we have so much speed, and we're literally running with like some of the best guys, and that is a dream come true. When I step back from up on the mountain and look down at what's in the valley, I think like, man, this is so cool. But then when I go back down into the valley, I'm like, dude, what happened tonight? How did we go from such a good run to where it happened? And just try not to overanalyze it. Take all that experience for what it's worth, because I learned so much tonight that's gonna help me be successful in the future. But dang it, man, dude, this learning thing sucks. I want the results so bad. We've been working so hard. We've been getting our race car better. We've been doing our homework, putting in the hours. And it's like we're so close, but we're just, at the same time, we still needed to do a couple things way different to have a better run tonight. But wanted to thank you guys so much for your support. I love that we get to do this together and be on this journey, this up and down roller coaster. So thank you guys so much, as well as my family. And then also, of course, my crew. They had the 18T dialed in tonight. But that's kind of that. We're gonna fix it all up, maintenance tomorrow, and we'll be back Saturday to try to dig ourselves out of the hole we are now in, to make it into the Gold Cup A-Main event finale, which I believe pays $25,000 to win. So is what it is. On to the next one. We officially, though, got to the lead in tonight's show. We just weren't able to capitalize. So the next goal is to keep moving forward, keep building up, and put tonight behind us. It's water under the bridge, and we're on to the next one and chasing more wins and success in the future in 2022 and beyond. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.